drink a little bit, and you know what I'm saying, I don't mess up your evening. I have one more thing. How did you learn? Because Justine has told me, because I asked her, I was like, man, Jay does every impression that I've ever heard. You do it from music, right?
Yeah,
because
music.
You learn the octaves of music.
Yeah, you learn you learn the like you learn the tone first. So if it's, and then certain people have certain things like Jay-Z. This is weird. Jay-Z and my Sammy Davis Jr. and my Kermit the Frog are the same thing.
Okay,
because
Justine
Jay-Z
was
is
asking to do Kermit. She was asking.
So Kermit is like, Kermit the Frog, Sesame Street News here with the three little pigs. But if I drop the octave, you know, it's crazy. You know, started off in Marcy Projects.
Yo.
Got a beat. So it's the same, and then it's Sammy Davis Jr. Because sometimes when. So that's the same thing, and there's a certain thing that I do with my throat. And then when it comes to, like, say a Dave Chappelle, it's a little bit of this. It's this. There's that, and this. Because when you think about it, it's Dave Chappelle. And he talks very smart, because he'll say a very smart word to go with his ghetto shit. I was incensed. I was chartreused. I was beside myself. And then it's a pow. But that's the young Chappelle. The older Chappelle, who's smoking the cigarettes, got the alcohol, working out kind of beef. Man, see, that's what they said about Michael Jackson, man. That's what they said. That's what they said he was doing, man. And I was pissed about that. So now it's a matter of getting the demeanor. And then if you look at Mike Tyson, a lot of people do Mike Tyson like this. Mike Tyson, but Mike's actual voice, when you call him and talk to him on the phone, is what I'm going to do when we do his movie. Is this? I say, Mike, how you doing? All praise to Allah, my brother. I'm happy. How are you? I'm good, man. What's up? So I'm happy. You know, I don't have all the crazy people around me anymore. I have the money, all that crazy. I don't have any vultures around me, so nobody's trying to take anything from me. So you know, I'm happy.
You could call in on a radio show and be whoever. Yeah. That is a talent that I wish that I had, because I'd fuck shit up. Like, I literally would call and be like on a radio, like, yeah, I'll do the interview.
Yeah,
be but it's completely else.
It's look, but there are people that I learned from. I learned from Rich Little, and I know a lot of the young folks won't know who Rich Little is, but back in the day, there was a white guy named Rich Little. Still, he does all the impersonations. And also, you know, Steel Sharp and Steel. I sneak and I watch like Jay Farrell, who is just, he's so incredible. So some of his, I just go, oh my God, it's so on point. But I do mine sort of like I'm sort of like Bruce Jenner. And I don't know if people get what I'm saying. Bruce Jenner back in the day, you know, when he did everything, the decathlon, he was able to do everything, a little bit of everything. So I try to like place that into I try to place that in like, as I'm doing my stand-up.
Well, you have done a little bit of, I mean, that's, you sing, you act, you're a comedian, you're like, that's
and that was the thing.
Is that why you like LeBron? Because he does a little bit of everything?
I like LeBron because LeBron can play all 5 positions.
Oh, okay. So versatility.
You know what I'm saying? Versatility, 6'9", 260. You know, that's a lot. I know everybody's been.
I mean, if you go on that diet, I'm sure, like, you could gain some weight and be.
And I know
your metabolism.
Yeah, I gotta do that. There's no way I can play him, but it's like, look, everybody knows that, and a lot of people. First of all, I want to let people know that I think Michael Jordan is absolutely incredible, the greatest. But I was posting some of my stuff. People was getting mad. People was getting mad at me. I said, it's not that. The argument that I was saying is that I got a chance to watch Michael Jordan and LeBron James play. So I'm not giving you something that I did not see myself. It's like, so they're 1 and 2. I mean, the most incredible players in the world, you know, so respect to
No, I agree with you, and, you know, I give props. I do. Yeah. I give props. I grew up in Chicago, so Michael Jordan was and is everything.
Yeah, for sure.
But for LeBron to be doing what he's doing off the court, I mean, obviously on the court speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So off the court, what he's doing, like, he's bigger than just basketball. Yeah. And he's big.
He's bigger than that, and but you commend him in the way he has sort of inspired all the other players. This is the first time when you guys, Candace, have really like supported, like, I mean, these big issues, man. Police brutality. There was just now there's this police officer beating this 14-year-old kid. There's all of these things that, you know, back in the day, you know, people didn't know how to speak out on. And so now I commend you guys. I commend the guys and girls in the younger generation who are not afraid to speak out on these issues, man. So it's so it's so needed because
Jamie, it's y'all. I mean, if you think about it, it's that generation. It's you. It's James.
yeah,
It's Jay-Z. It's all
yeah,
of y'all that are doing things, multiple things, and you're not just sticking to one thing.
yeah, you
That
can't.
makes sense. Like you.
It makes it, and that's what's beautiful about it, the fact that now we can spread our wings and talk about these issues, and I say this to everybody, especially the people in our business. A lot of times, like, I'll hear people, well, what does a celebrity know? I say, hey, motherfucker, I wasn't a celebrity all my life. I'm not no celebrity. I'm a young kid from Texas that bust my ass to get to where I am. And I believe, because I study these people, I've run into all these political people, I've run into these, you know, other police officers, things like that. I said, hey, I'm trying to make sure that we could clean this up, because at the end of the day, we're the ones that, you know, we suffer from it. If you look at COVID-19 and anybody who's suffering right now, I say God bless to them. And we have to keep in mind that it's not the person who's living in the high ups, but the person who's run out of everything, that we stay concentrated on that. But who suffers the most in these situations? African American, brown people. So being able to have this position that we both have, it's great to be able to talk about these issues and keep the light on them, keep the pressure on our politicians, make them understand that it ain't about the politics no more. It's about the people. The people out here really, really need us. So, like I said, I commend LeBron and all the other guys and all of what you guys do and all the other guys that are stepping up and really like paying attention, because if we don't say anything, who's going to? You know what I'm saying? If we don't use our platform, who's going to?
Yeah, but if we, and I think it's using your platform, and I know there's different generations that come from do as I say or do as I do, and you're
Yeah.
one of those people that does.
Yeah,
And
we
so
have
for
to.
people like myself that are looking for a mentor, because right now, I mean, we as women, we as African Americans, we're not trying to just work. We're trying to
Yeah,
own. We're trying to own
exactly.
shit. We're trying to like make sure that our kids know who. Oh, my grandmother was Candace Parker. Oh, my grandfather was Jamie. Like, I want our kids to do that. And
Yeah,
by the actions that you're taking and how you were able to continue to stay true to who you are, work as hard as you can, be involved in so many different
yeah,
things, that's better than speaking. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing. And so I
yeah,
respect the hell out
yeah,
of that, man.
yeah.
I really do.
Well, man, listen, and it's you and it's all of us. And like I said, hey, man, look, it's a joy to know you, Candace. And I cannot say enough about this. When I watch you on that panel, or when I watch you play, or watch you doing your commentary, it's so beautiful. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you know your shit. It's like there is a civil war going on in sports commentary. There are the ones who are saying the most outlandish shit to get clickbait and things like that. And then there's people like yourself who, when you speak about the game, you speak from a knowledgeable place. You also understand this. I love the fact that you got your edge, because you can't just look, Candace will whoop your ass. You just can't run up on her in any kind of way. But at the same time, you protect the player, because you know that the players, their reputations are on the line. So when you speak about them and just the play and not the other rhetoric and all the other kind, it's really appreciated, man. And listen,
But Jay,
um,
I just want you to know I'm watching. I watch the hustle, and I understand
yeah,
the field you enter into. Like, I'm treating commentating. I'm in my second year right now, and I'm
yeah,
trying to hustle like I was in my second year in the
yeah,
WNBA. And I think just from watching you and seeing the way that you entered into the game and how you continue to
yeah,
add things and how you continue to grind and go on diets and
yeah,
master the art of different things. Like,
yeah.
I'm watching. So I just
Well,
want
I
you to know
appreciate it.
I love you. I
I
appreciate
love
you.
you. I appreciate you.
And
And hey, listen, we're gonna get through this. And here's what I got to tell you. There is something that we are launching. It's called "That's My DJ. Are you in?" And what that is
that's awesome.
just like how they have verses. me, Tyron Turner, Breon Prescott, we created That's My DJ, where say you and Justine will battle on live with your playlist. We'll give you a category. You got 15 songs and you battle. Verizon is going to back us. We'll give money to charity for the quarantine. Dude. And then we'll see who has the best playlist. So that's what's coming.
I love that. You always doing something, man. I always know you doing something. When you quiet, that's when we're like, oh, something's about to happen.
Gotta do it.
Here
gotta do
it. I really appreciate you. And
Annalise, come here. Come say bye.
Cheers to being an amazing father. Cheers to inspiring the next generation.
Come sit.
Cheers to making our daughters queens and bosses and owning everything.
Bosses and all his hair.
Hey, listen, tell your dad, like, we gonna get on the basketball court. You and my daughter, y'all about to have, we about to name the team. It's about to happen.
What's your shot? Leave it up there, Annalise. Leave it up there. I see that shot. I'm sorry. Leave that shot.
And the baby hair.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the hair. I'm on the hair.
I see you.
She's like, I'm gone. No, it's something.